Before creepy clown sightings and before Cicada 3301, there was a figure in a plague doctor costume standing silently in an abandoned building. As digital anomalies go, it might have remained obscure, just another strange internet video. But what made this particular video different was what lay hidden beneath: layers of encrypted messages, coordinates, and disturbing imagery that would launch thousands of internet sleuths into one of the most fascinating digital investigations of the 2010s. In October 2015, a package arrived at the offices of GadgetZZ.com containing a DVD with no return address. The package was postmarked from Warsaw, Poland, and addressed to Johnny K., the nickname of site editor John Eric Krabichler. On the DVD was written a peculiar alphanumeric string arranged in two concentric lines. When Krabichler first examined it, he assumed it might be a product key for software someone wanted him to review. Upon inserting the DVD into a spare laptop, he discovered a single video file featuring a figure in a medieval plague doctor costume, standing motionless in a dilapidated room. The figure wore the distinctive long-beaked leather mask associated with 14th century physicians who treated bubonic plague victims, believing the beak filled with herbs would protect them from miasma or bad air. The costume's historical connotations of death and disease immediately created an unsettling atmosphere. Hidden within the video's frames, audio and metadata were encrypted messages, binary code, and disturbing imagery. In the days that followed, Krabichler published a post about the strange DVD on GadgetZZ.com, which was quickly picked up by larger tech news sites like Gizmodo. Welcome to Vanishing Threads. Today we're exploring the strange case of the Plague Doctor video, officially known as 11B-X-1371, and how this cryptic digital anomaly sparked a worldwide internet investigation. The story begins on October 12, 2015, when technology blog GadgetZZ.com published an article titled "This Creepy Puzzle Arrived in Our Mail." The blog's owner, Johnny Krabichler, reported receiving a strange DVD postmarked from Poland with no return address. The video itself lasted just over 2 minutes and featured a figure in a plague doctor costume standing in what appeared to be an abandoned building. The figure made gestures with their hands as an electronic, distorted soundtrack played in the background. The costume itself, a black robe and the distinctive beaked mask, was reminiscent of the protective gear worn by physicians during the Black Death in 14th century Europe. While disturbing on its own, the video might have been dismissed as an art project or student film. However, Krabichler noticed something peculiar: occasional flashes of light and embedded frames that weren't immediately visible during normal playback. Within days of GadgetZZ publishing their article, the video was uploaded to YouTube and quickly drew the attention of internet sleuths on Reddit, 4chan, and various tech forums. By mid-October, the investigation moved to Reddit, where user Tropical Johnson submitted GadgetZZ's article to the /creepy subreddit on October 13th. The post generated over 2,200 comments and launched an intensive crowdsourced analysis. The diverse Reddit community became the perfect environment for tackling such a multi-layered puzzle. Experts in audio engineering, cryptography, steganography, and even medical history pooled their knowledge to break the many layers of encryption. Within the same thread, Reddit user Manic Hedgehog created and shared a comprehensive Imager album containing frame-by-frame screenshots of the video, each meticulously annotated with timestamps for collaborative analysis. This methodical approach allowed investigators to identify visual anomalies that would otherwise be missed at normal playback speed. The early discoveries came quickly and were truly disturbing. When the audio track was run through a spectrogram analyzer, software that creates a visual representation of sound, hidden images appeared. These included what appeared to be a woman being mistreated and messages reading, "You are already dead," in capital letters, visible only through this technical analysis. This sophisticated method of hiding visual information in audio demonstrated considerable technical expertise. Binary code sequences visible in several frames translated to text when converted from binary to ASCII. One sequence in particular translated to muerte, the Spanish word for death. Morse code embedded in the blinking light in the plague doctor's hand spelled out "red lips like 10th," a phrase whose meaning remained cryptic but confirmed the deliberate inclusion of multiple encoding methods. GPS coordinates extracted from the data pointed to the White House in Washington, D.C., a discovery that, when combined with other ominous messages, briefly raised security concerns. The video's name itself, 11B-X-1371, was found embedded in the video code rather than assigned by whoever uploaded it, indicating it was intentionally part of the puzzle. This level of deliberate design suggested the creator wanted people to engage with the mystery. As the investigation continued, the collaborative nature of internet sleuthing came into full force. Drawing on the specialized knowledge of various communities, cryptographers, audio engineers, film experts, and history buffs, the investigation rapidly expanded beyond the original video. The collective investigation continued to reveal additional layers of hidden content. Between video frames, investigators found anatomical drawings, skull imagery, and what appeared to be torture devices from medieval times, all reinforcing the plague doctor aesthetic. On October 17, 2015, a Reddit user called Bambucha discovered that one sequence of frames contained an encoded message that, when deciphered with a Caesar cipher, revealed a phrase that seemed to encourage harming the president. This discovery prompted brief involvement from US authorities, though they quickly determined there was no credible threat based on the context and nature of the other puzzles in the video. On October 21, 2015, Twitter user Exon reported the identification of the filming location. In a tweet that day, they shared, "Our first confirmed look inside the room where the disturbing video was shot. Stay tuned for photos from Zofyuka taken today." Internet investigators had analyzed architectural details visible in the background, distinctive window frames, corridor layouts, and the specific pattern of decay, to determine the video was filmed in the Zofyuka Sanatorium, also known as Zofyuka Psychiatric Hospital, an abandoned mental institution in Otwock, Poland, about 23 kilometers southeast of Warsaw. The choice of location added significant historical weight to the video. Zofyuka has a particularly dark history. Founded in 1908 as a mental health facility for potentially unwilling patients during World War II, it was also incorporated into the Warsaw Ghetto, and during this time, approximately 100 patients were starved while others perished under terrible conditions. For decades after the war, the facility operated as a regular psychiatric hospital until its abandonment in the 1990s. Since then, it has gained notoriety as one of Poland's most haunted locations, regularly visited by urban explorers despite the considerable dangers posed by the decaying structure. The deliberate choice of this location, with its connections to historical atrocities, added another layer of macabre significance to the already disturbing video. By late October 2015, analysts had also discovered references to historical plagues and epidemics within the encoded content, further connecting to the plague doctor imagery. Some messages appeared to reference death, surveillance, and biological weapons, adding to the disturbing nature of the mystery. By late November 2015, as the video approached viral status with millions of views across various platforms, speculation was rampant. The theories about its origin included: 1. A marketing campaign for an upcoming horror film or video game. 2. An external threat or extremist group communication. 3. A government PSYOP or intelligence agency test. 4. An elaborate art project or alternate reality game. Then, on December 5, 2015, a YouTube user named Parker Wright uploaded a video titled 11B-X-1371 2015 Explanation. In this video, Wright identified himself as the creator of the Plague Doctor video and provided substantial evidence supporting his claim. Wright's explanation video appeared nearly 3 months after the initial controversy had peaked, at a time when public interest was beginning to wane. Prior to this reveal, there had been considerable speculation about Parker Wright. The name had been mentioned early in the investigation because a YouTube channel under that name had uploaded the Plague Doctor video in September 2015, around the same time as several other copies appeared online. However, with no other activity on the channel and no way to verify its authenticity, investigators had pursued other leads. In late November, a Twitter account appeared under the name Parker Warner Wright, adding a middle name not previously seen. The account began posting cryptic messages suggesting the owner was the original creator. Many were skeptical, as by this point, numerous copycats and hoaxers had appeared trying to take credit for the viral phenomenon. The online investigation community had grown weary of false claims. According to Wright, he created the video as an art project exploring themes of mortality, disease, and political corruption. He explained that he deliberately constructed the puzzle with multiple layers of encryption to engage internet communities. Wright claimed he had sent copies to several websites, but Gadget ZZ was the first to publish about it. Internet sleuths immediately began working to verify Wright's claims. Several factors strongly supported his assertion. 1. He provided original, high-resolution versions of the video that included elements not present in the copies circulating online. 2. He demonstrated detailed knowledge of specific encryption techniques used in the video before they had been publicly decoded. 3. He showed the actual equipment and plague doctor costume used in the filming. 4. He had access to parts of the Zofuka sanatorium not shown in the public video. 5. Technical analysis of his voice patterns matched narration in the explanation video to audio elements in the original. Wright later confirmed in his interview with the Daily Dot in January 2016 that he had created the video in May 2015, several months before it went viral. He described himself as a visual artist interested in creating puzzles that blur the line between reality and fiction. In this and subsequent communications, Wright elaborated on his artistic intent, describing the project as an examination of how information spreads online and how communities form around mysteries. While some internet users remained skeptical, claiming Wright was opportunistically taking credit for someone else's work, most investigators eventually accepted his explanation based on the evidence provided. The video's legacy continued, however, with similar videos emerging in subsequent years, some created by Wright himself, and others by imitators trying to capture the same viral success. What makes the Plague Doctor video particularly fascinating as a digital anomaly is how it represents a perfect intersection of internet culture elements. First, its aesthetic draws on historical imagery that already carries connotations of disease and death. The Plague Doctor is a symbol that has become increasingly associated with apocalyptic themes in contemporary culture. By setting the video in an abandoned psychiatric facility with connections to World War II atrocities, the creator tapped into multiple layers of cultural anxiety. Second, it employed multiple layers of puzzles requiring diverse expertise to solve, from audio engineering to cryptography to historical knowledge. This multidisciplinary approach ensured that no single person could solve the entire mystery, necessitating collaboration across online communities. Third, it emerged during a period when internet mysteries and alternate reality games were gaining mainstream popularity, allowing it to quickly attract a dedicated community of solvers. The timing coincided with growing interest in collaborative internet investigations, coming shortly after other viral phenomena like Cicada 3301. Fourth, the video's deliberate ambiguity allowed it to function as a sort of Rorschach test. Different communities projected different meanings onto it based on their interests and concerns. Political analysts saw it as potentially threatening. ARG enthusiasts saw it as a game. Art critics saw it as a statement on surveillance culture. The video's success in capturing public imagination demonstrates how digital mysteries spread in our interconnected world. What began as a DVD sent to a relatively unknown technology blog became a worldwide phenomenon through the collaborative effort of thousands of internet users. How 11B-X-1371 has had a lasting impact on internet culture. 1. It established a template for viral mystery videos that has been imitated countless times. 2. It demonstrated the potential of steganography and multi-layered encryption as artistic tools. 3. It highlighted the power of collaborative investigation among online communities. 4. It became a case study in how rapidly information and misinformation can spread online. the case of 11B-X-1371 illuminates how modern internet mysteries evolve and propagate. While ultimately revealed to be an art project, the video's journey from obscurity to viral phenomenon demonstrates the power of collaborative investigation in digital spaces. In January 2016, Wright granted an interview to the Daily Dot, expanding on his artistic goals. "I see my work as waves on the ocean," Wright explained in his characteristically cryptic manner. "Some people look for shells in it, some surf, others dive." He confirmed his American citizenship while residing in Poland and discussed his background in audio engineering and visual arts, which explained his technical proficiency with the various encryption methods. What's perhaps most interesting is that even after the creator came forward with evidence confirming his identity, debate continued about his true intentions and whether all aspects of the mystery had been solved. This speaks to our collective fascination with the unexplained and our reluctance to accept straightforward answers when the mystery itself proves more compelling. On December 31, 2015, Wright released a sequel video titled 11B-X-1369, featuring the same Plague Doctor character but with new puzzles and an expanded narrative. This video contained less disturbing imagery but maintained the cryptic style of the original. The sequel garnered significant attention, with Gadget ZZ's John Eric Krabichler noting in a post from January 2016 that his email and Twitter has been overflowing with people that want to let me know that a new video has been posted by PWW. After the sequel video, Wright continued creating puzzles and sharing cryptic messages through social media. This maintained engagement with a core community of followers who continue to analyze and decode his work, keeping the Plague Doctor persona active in certain corners of the internet long after the initial viral period had subsided. The 11BX1371 video's influence on internet culture extends beyond its initial virality. It inspired dozens of imitators and homages, with Plague Doctor videos becoming a recognized subgenre of creepy internet content. The technical approach to steganography, hiding data within other data, has been adopted by numerous other creators of internet mysteries, though few have achieved the same level of technical sophistication or cultural impact. In academic circles, the 11BX1371 phenomenon has been studied as a case study in viral media spread, collaborative problem-solving, and the psychology of internet mysteries. Communications researchers have analyzed how the multi-layered puzzles created engagement through what they termed collaborative detective work, while digital anthropologists have examined how communities form around shared investigative goals. The Plague Doctor video stands as one of the most successful viral mysteries of the 2010s, a deliberately crafted digital anomaly that achieved exactly what its creator intended: to confuse, frighten, and ultimately fascinate the internet at large. As we continue to navigate an increasingly complex digital landscape, the story of 11BX1371 reminds us of our inherent drive to solve puzzles, our desire to collaborate in the face of mystery, and our collective ability to find meaning even in the most obscure corners of the internet. It stands as a testament to both the creative potential and the investigative power of online communities when united by shared curiosity. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious, stay safe.